Remember we had the television?
Yes.
My turntable set up on a big old 1970s television. You know, with the wood and everything, with the record player underneath.
The tube joints.
And I got the turntable and the mix on there. Capone sat right there going, yo, I still can't believe you got a turntable on a television from the 70s. I'm writing my rhyme there. And that's when he said with the 50-inch pen. I mean, with the Panasonics, because everybody in the hood and the projects have those little radios.
But what we got to do right now, Primo, is describe D&D Studios. Because
that's
like the
I'm not going to lie to you.
pinnacle of hip-hop for that time
D&D
frame.
Studios was actually not nowhere near the hood.
Nah.
But it was his motherfucker. It wasn't.
In the city, but once you get into D&D, you in the projects.
Yeah. And that was a heroin. That was a heroin block. When we started working there in '92, that was a heroin block. So during that time, a little bit prior, but before y'all started coming, it was drug central. And there was no lights, so it was very dark. And they ran a newspaper route across the street. So we used to always beef with them, and it was a lot of fighting and threats, and I'll go get my gun and all this crazy stuff back then. And it was just, I remember Heavy D, God bless him, came by and said, do we really got to finish the song here?
But you demanded that people do everything.
That was home.
It's at the time.
So Hev, I had to go. I went over to Hit Factory to finish working with him because he was like, "Yo, this is grimy, Preem," and I was like, "Yo, that's how I do it."
You had a machine that had Philly cigars in, what is it called? The machine?
The vending machine.
The vending? You had a vending machine with bamboo and Philly.
Yeah.
Did you have condoms in there as well? I think you had condoms.
It was all kind of weird stuff.
It was all kind of weird.
It was
in the vending machine.
Let's put it this way, the dude had to restock it at least every week.
For whatever the fuck was in there.
So the Phillies were being bought.
Yo, I kid you not. I used to be like, because every time we used to go to the studio, we used to always stop in cigars. But when we went to D&D, we said we never stopped.
Nope.
We said just go straight there. It was a little bit like more expensive, but it was like worth it.
They had them in the
It was
convenient.
$4. Yeah, which was a big deal back then.
So now recently, Pete, Kanye and Jay-Z just hired you to do a joint. Describe what was that like?
Going to Hawaii, man. Black sand beaches.
Okay, I'm sorry. I did not know you was in Hawaii. Let's make some noise for that.
His new whip.
He just flossed on
he was being a kid in a candy store with me.
Jamal Kanye.
Gotten his new whip, brand new whip, tag still on. Me, him, Kid Cudi in Hawaii, burning the road from 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. That's how hot that car is. He got pulled over.
Oh, word?
Police let him go. Cause,
he's Kanye. But now, when he gives you that call, because at the end of the day, you represent the purest form of hip-hop. So when you get a call from Kanye, what is your first reaction?
Oh, I'm just going to bring all my knowledge around him. And when I got there, he actually impressed me with what he knew. You know what I'm saying? And from my interludes to just like music in general and how he respects it. So I knew we was onto something good from the start. So I started helping him out, like Runaway, all that's me in the back, helping him out, and doing little beats, and just getting it popping. But when we got together and did the Joy, I didn't know Jay-Z was gonna be on it.
Wow.
So my engineer at the time was Young Guru. So Young Guru.
Oh, that was your engineer too?
At that time. So I was working with him, and he called me and he said, "Yo, listen to this." And I was driving at the time, and some voice got on there that was familiar to me.
It's familiar.
That nigga pulled over, son. Who that, B? He's like, listen. He played it again. So then I had, is that Jay-Z? Is that Jay-Z? We finally get something together.
And that, because this is your first time working. Well, okay, go ahead.
He finally gets on the beat, and it happened through Kanye. So
he called your name on the verse and everything.
Pete Rock, let the record drop.
Yeah, he made it real good. So I was happy for that, even though Primo was already, well deep into Jay-Z. His music.
Let's make some noise for that. Now, Primo, you were actually on Reasonable Doubt, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A lot of us done the D&D.
That's correct. Credits say D&D. Yeah. So now, this kid comes. Now, you already worked with Nas. Nas' album's already out.
Yeah.
you already crowned the top producer.
Right.
But now this guy comes to you. He got some bread. But I know you. You don't give a fuck about bread. I know you.
And did you know him from Original Flavor?
Yeah, I knew him before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Before that. Okay.
I knew Jay probably about 87. Because Jazzo was on EMI, and then even when we got signed to EMI, which was through Chrysalis, the same distribution,
Right.
Jay would always come up there with Jazzo. So anytime Jazzo would show up to any club or whatever, Jay was always with him. And back then, Jay had the big, long, dookie cable.
We gonna get Jay-Z to squash it with Jazzo.
We know.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, we gonna get him to squash. Just drink champs. We gonna spread the rumor.
Just come together.
We're here to squash beefs, not
So
enhance
now,
them.
go ahead.
And so being
So he comes to you. What does he say to you? He says, "Preem," because you've seen him in the industry.
Well, yeah,
And one thing about Preem, Preem don't give everybody a beat.
No.
You gotta prove yourself as a real MC
Yeah.
to get a beat from Preem. So what did Jay-Z do that you said, "I'm a fuck"?
Well, even when it got to the point of him hanging with Original Flavor, that's when I was still in the Bronx, and Chubby Chub lived down the block.
What,
and
83rd?
ski. Yeah, so down University, down the other way, down the hill from where we were. You know, it goes uphill, down. Everything's down the hill, up the hill. They were down the hill from where I was, and so being I knew Jay already, it's crazy because Big L was already saying, "Yo." You know, if you notice, Big L was with Jay a lot, but also Jay was.
They managed Big L, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, they were merging into doing some work, which is how the Rockefeller situation was about to happen. But I knew Jay also, aside from Jazzo, when he was with Kane.
Right.
So I used to see him with Kane a lot because Mr. C's from LG.
Lafayette
Projects,
Gardens.
yes,
Yeah.
in Brooklyn. And then Mr. C moved in. I think it was his aunt or somebody's house was right down the
Pete, you
block
can't be
from
taking
us.
shots on your own. You
know
gotta
what I'm
involve
sorry,
us in
bro.
your shots.
Yeah, come on, man.
Shit is so good
It's
to
a family
me.
affair, man.
The stories,
The hip hop. I'm so
everything.
sorry. So sorry, but you.
Oh, no,
But
it's all
listen,
good.
I'm like,
this is drink chat. We spread love over here,
I'm
baby.
smoking, I'm drinking.
A shot.
He did it like on the slide. Wham!
I'm getting my vibe going.
Right,
son.
I've
Please,
asked that on
please
so
get
many
your-
people that about the eye contact because I've seen people go, and I'm like, hey, yo, don't do that.
Nah, you know who told me? You know who told me the eye to eye, and I want you to finish your story, please. Do
Yeah,
not
'cause the
forget
fans
your
will kill
story.
you.
The fans will kill me.
Yes.
All right, well, I was actually drinking with Joe Pesci one night, and he would
Damn,
not
you just
let
stunning
me.
on us right now.
I did? Was that a stunt? I didn't even know.
You did
Joe Pesci.
I got Joe Pesci. Finish the story. Yeah, I didn't know it was stunt. I thought it was regular. But go ahead, finish the story, please, because the fans might kill me. No, but he would not let me take a shot without looking at it.
Absolutely.
And this is old school because this was
Absolutely.
in the 90s. So everybody else from Queens moved to Long Island. I was the only fucking asshole that moved to Jersey.
Right.
And so I was amongst, the Italian. For some reason, I don't know why, but I always move next to the Italian mafia. I'm sorry. I don't know why, but it's always some.
I live by that.
come
Man.
here.
I live by that. I live by that. You
Your
gotta
old
look at
crib
me.
in Queens.
Yeah, you gotta look at me.
Mob
Spaghetti
dudes.
bar?
Yeah, you gotta look at
Spaghetti
me.
bar?
I was in
Yeah.
College Point.
Oh yeah, you down the block. You down the block.
Yeah, it was all a bunch of Italians over there.
Yeah, I get a front. I always fuck with
Crazy.
hardcore Italians.
Yep.
And they just went and I said, why? Why? I got to look eye to eye. They said, because in the mafia, if a person can't look you in the eye when they take a shot,
Yeah.
that's the person who's going to shoot you.
Oh, wow.
And,
Damn.
and back then it was like that. You know what I mean? It's not no more.
Yeah, I live by that. I've been living by that. And even when somebody don't do it, I always say, hey, excuse me. If you just always look at me.
Right.
And
Right.
it's a very, very
real.
important thing with
Well,
me.
general
So now
rule, if they can't look
Jay-Z-
at you in the eye, period.
So now Jay-Z,
You know what I'm saying?
it's reasonable doubt.
Yeah,
That's
I did.
real.
So
right
by
there.
the time it got to
How
Reasonable
many
Doubt,
judges you did on Reasonable?
3. I did The Evils.
Wait a minute.
He just be
You
3
did
for 3 and
3
everybody,
on
man.
Fucking
Yeah.
Illmatic and
Yeah.
3.
Yep.
I mean,
And you gotta also
I need you to
understand.
manage me.
By,
you gotta manage me, Primo. What the fuck?
by that time, me and Jay knew each other so well.
What you need?
I was on WBLS at the time, and I was doing radio. So Clark Kent brought Jay-Z up there to let me hear "In My Lifetime," the single that they pressed up themselves.
The original In My
the
Life, 'cause they had the
original,
two versions,
Yeah, the
yeah.
one that had "I Can't Get With That" with
Right.
Sauce Money. That's how I met Sauce. So when they brought it up during my commercial break, and I heard it, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna play this out of commercial break." They're like, but you just listen. You gonna play it now? I'm like, yeah. Open the show with it.
Right.
Next thing you know, Jay's like, yo, I got something for you. Give me a bottle of Cristal. I didn't know what Cristal was because we were still drinking Mo.
Right.
And he's like, yo, this is the real deal champagne right here. This is big baller stuff. Right. I was like, cool. And I saved it for years and years.
Saved the bottles?
Yeah. And I finally drank it. And, and now of course, Jay don't fuck with Cristal, but
we don't fuck with Cristal. Cristal don't fuck with hip hop, so fuck you.
There you go. Yeah.
Fuck you.
So now what is it? Spades now, right?
Ace of Spades.
Yeah. So
it's not the best, but it's okay.
There you go. Did
I say that out loud?
At Nas's birthday party. Was the first time I tasted Spades because Jay came to the birthday party and I was like, I've never tasted that. He said, oh no. He poured me a glass and slammed it down. I'm more of a whiskey guy. I'm a brown liquor guy.
Whiskey guy.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into this interview.
Before we get into the interview.
So Dame Jay approached me about it since we had a friendship already.
Okay.
And then he introduced me to Dame. I used to see Dame in the Bronx walking his dogs. All the time. He always had his dogs and he would walk them around because he was going to see Chubby Chub and Ski because he was managing them.
And now when you saying Chubby Chub, you talking about Chubby Chub the DJ?
DJ, yes. Okay, DJ Chubby Chub from Original Flavor. And
that's my man.
He's a big DJ in Boston.
In Boston. That's my man.
Okay. I was going to say Boston.
Yeah, so Dame used to be around there walking his dogs all the time. So we met then. But it was just small talk. We were just, everybody knew Gangstar was at the time. We were known enough. Right. So from there, Jay said, this is the guy that handles the business. So I went and dealt with him, told him how much I said, because it's Jay, it's all love, I'm only going to charge you $4,000, which was very, very, very lucky. And I don't believe in luck, but that's a blessing for me to give you that type of number.
Right.
We went in the back, they gave me the cash, and I started getting busy. Now, Jay
cash,
called.
No check.
No.
Yeah.
And
crack money. Let's make some noise for crack money.
I'm not making noise for crack money.
That is what it is.
What do you mean by scratch?
He said, I want to.
So he had it all mapped out.
Oh, scratches.
God,
Okay.
I wanted to give you save me. Illuminati got my mind.
Right, yeah.
I can't die. I can't. Even though he said, make it go. I can't.
Gave you that?
Yeah.
He knew the samples he wanted you to cut.
He didn't know not the sample to make the beat.
He just
he gave me the idea of how to.
Okay,
he said,
hello
the atmosphere
everybody.
I want musically, but I want you to, no matter what you make, do these scratches. And I went down there and I said, yo, I'll be ready by the time you get there. And it was ready. When he walked in, I said,
One question. With the scratches, he picked the rap record?
That's what I'm saying, that he picked the samples for the cuts.
He said, hey.
He already had
the samples for the cuts he picked.
He picked that already. On the phone.
Because he already knows you know how to scratch
on the phone. So
that's crazy.
So he had that well thought out.
And so crazy, him and Biggie used to always lay there with cup vocals, and then they both would leave and go, all right, do the premiere thing. And they both said the same thing, do the premiere thing. They wouldn't sit there like, yo, I gotta watch you, man, I gotta make sure it's right. They said, do the premiere thing, we going out, and they would leave and let me just do my thing.
I might have said, do the premiere thing.
You did it? If you did, you did.
Once the first dropped, then he was like, yo, I'm good.
So now, Pete Rock.
Yeah, man.
You're established. You're a super producer. You've done everything. You work with the best. What makes you say, I'm going to do a whole album? First off, with Duck Down, before Smoke Dizzle. Because you did a whole...
no, he did the Loud joint, the joint on Loud.
I did a Smith & Wesson now.
So it was
and I had Soul Survivor, too, on Loud.
Yeah, on Loud.
With Wu-Tang.
Yeah, he was on there. He was on there.
Everybody on Loud.
Yeah.
You know that was the best label. You know
that joint was crazy, man.
What was doing up in there?
One of the best labels.
So what made you say, you know what, I'm going to do a whole project with Smith & Wesson?
I think it was just the aura of who I was around. And it just made me say, you know what, damn, I love all these dudes.
And they good dudes, too.
Let me see if I can make a joint with them. Then I went to Steve. He was with the idea, and I knew he could make it happen. You know, then I was on the label. They signed me. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, okay. It's one album deal, but I said, you know, I'm gonna make this one real good. You know what I'm saying? And then look, I got the talent around me. Let me just see what's up. And then boom, I just go in and start making it happen.
And now you got a joint with Smoke Dizzle.
It's funny, the shit with me and you. Me and
Strange
Pun
Fruit?
getting real close with each other. Like,
are we talking Strange Fruit right now?
No, we're talking the Fat Albert joint.
Yo,
the shit on Soulful. Bro, you on there?
Yeah, man.
You Common and Pun.
I had such a great time in the studio. What was it? Green Studio?
Yeah.
Green Street.
You was in your element.
Green Street. Look,
yeah.
Look at my memory.
Yo,
my memory is still good.
Used to come
that was
there.
the D&D of Pete. It was Green Street.
But that was way downtown.
Yeah.
That was
I felt
way.
like that was his DNA.
That was like
Jamie Staub. I used to read his credits.
Was in my house.
Get the fuck
I
out
used to
of
read
here.
those credits.
I came in right after that, and Monks told me the whole story.
I used to always see Jamie Staub on those credits.
Oh, I'm about to say your mom.
Man, you missed it, man. Hey, Snake got stripped, but they had the guns out. They shot the gun. Yeah, they shot a bullet holes in the wall, man.
Still in the wall.
Yeah.
God damn it, let's make some noise for bullet holes.
Wait, before you click that skip button, I want to invite you to a free live webinar on how to build a successful dropshipping business from scratch. Some of my students have been able to make more than $10,000 in their first month.
Fucking heads.
God damn it, let's make some noise for bullet holes.
But regardless, you know, it was a great time, and that place was my home, and that's where I
So who was it? It was me, Pun, and Common.
Yeah, you Pun.
Me, Pun, and Common.
What a combination. That's ill.
Yeah.
And me and Pun got real tight, you know what I mean?
No, listen, Pete, let me just tell you something. We were so honored to come that night. We had a ball. We
Then
ordered.
I haven't turned out.
combo.
What you say you ordered what?
We ordered pizzas.
It was crazy.
It was Green Street Studios. I could never forget it because, you know, Pete showed me, and I remember I had the Cartier frames on at that time too, and I also had a very important sweater on that I bought from Miami. It was called because this was the guy who designed Iceberg, but then he went and did his own thing, and I forgot what it was called. But it was some fly shit, and I bought it from Bal Harbor, and I only wore it to Pete Rock Studio. Goddamn, it makes some noise.
That's shit right there. Special shit.
So now, you guys, you work with Nas, you worked with Jay. Have you ever worked with Big? You never worked with Big.
He been to my crib.
He
was picking my interlude beats. So he was like, you know, and then, you know, he heard the idea of Juicy in my basement. You know, Puff came with me. Puff was the one that brought Big to my house. You know, we all from Mount Vernon.
Because y'all both from Mount Vernon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we all
that's
from
right.
Mount Vernon.
Right.
Puff is from Dell Avenue. You know what I'm saying? In Mount Vernon.
Right.
And brought Big to the crib. And he was just like, yo, Big was like, yo, I just want to see how you make a beat. And then I made this beat called, that's a song called In the Flesh on the Main Ingredient. And I made that. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted it, you know, but it didn't happen somehow. But we ended up using it on our album. But he was there and saw the process.
But now describe that, because now, you know, Puff is from Mount Vernon, so you look at him like a peer.
Yeah.
But now, do you realize that this guy that he just brung to your studio is the most legendary person in the world?
I already knew.
You knew?
The aura was there?
Yeah,
Because I think Puff came on the show and he described Big as disruptive.
Yeah.
Like his look was disruptive.
Yeah.
Did you get that feeling when you seen him?
I didn't even pay attention to that. I was about to scale.
The lyrics.
Yo, that homie could rap.
The flow.
Right.
I got to beat the match. You know what I mean? Let's get something popping. So, but he heard the idea of Juicy, and just, you know, I didn't actually do the actual original. I ended up doing the remix, and that was the only thing me and Big ever done. But you know, if you know, he did pick beats, and you know, we just didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah, he knew what he wanted to rap to.
Yeah, man. He was picking them.
Now you, Primo, how did you first meet Big?
I met Big when we moved back to Brooklyn, Fort Greene, where we were living with Branford.
We lived in a lot of rough places.
Yeah. We moved around a lot.
Fort Greene,
This was
East New
way.
York.
When Branford finally officially moved out and went to California, we turned this place into a frat house, party house. RZA was there, the Jizzle was there.
And where is this at again?
Washington, between Lafayette and Green.
And this is Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Okay, good. It's old school Brooklyn.
Yeah,
not gentrified Brooklyn.
No, not gentrified.
Yeah. So that you can get killed
We
coming outside.
spots every other store.
But let's be clear, you can get shot coming outside.
No question.
Okay.
He's like, oh, yeah.
This is you can get shot.
That was a shoot 'em up corner.
Yeah.
And
This is not the vegans.
No way, no.
This is
pre-hipster. Pre-hipster
This is
Brooklyn.
old English
I just
spring.
wanted to describe it.
You know,
Let's
this
continue.
is when Biggie wore the same green. This is when Biggie wore the same green army jacket, and the sleeves were about right to here.
Yeah.
So, you know, little wrist action showing. So, but he wore it all the time. I knew Nino, Chico, C's, Kim.
But they bring you this guy,
No, I gotta give Mr. C the credit.
Mr.
He
C,
was-
big him up.
But he's from the beginning with
Yo,
Big.
he was
Right.
annoying me like, yo. And he wasn't Notorious B.I.G. yet. He was Biggie Smalls. And every
Because
time,
somebody else had Biggie Smalls, so they had to change
yeah,
his name.
but I used to do a lot of shows with Kane, and there was times that I couldn't. My turntables got damaged because back then you carried your equipment on tour,
And all your records.
and
All
my
your
equipment was
records.
messed up.
That's why EFN no DJ right now. 'Cause he want to still bring his
There you
fans.
go.
He gotta relax.
And Mr. C let me borrow his turntables right before Kane took the stage so the Gangstar could perform. So again, he lived right down the block from all the weed spots that we knew, and so you gotta go by Mr. C house, and then the dope weed spots are right there.
Right.
The new ones, the one that's like, oh no, that one's dead now. Go to this one. And so
North
the-
Streatham Gates.
the nice Franklin Ave area.
Marcy.
So then during that time, Mr. C used to call me and go, Preem, Biggie Smalls. I'm like, see, I'm gonna listen to it. Like, just give me some time. Weeks passed, yo, Preem, Biggie Smalls. That's why I'm like, yo, see,
Before
like,
Unsigned Hype.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Right.
just Biggie Smalls, Biggie. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna listen to it because we were pretty busy at that time already.
Right.
One day I listened to it, liked it, like the demos that I heard, and then I met Big on the corner. I was going to the corner store, me, Guru, Big Shug, Dap. And Dap was in love with Lil Kim, and Lil Kim was like, "Get away from me, Dap!" Because they like, yeah, Kanye, yeah, I'm Lil Dap, Lil Dap, Lil Boogie, New York, baby, what's up? And that's Dap to this very day. Shout out to Dap.
Big him up.
Group
Dude.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
family. Malachi got locked up for a minute. He's home. So welcome home, Malachi.
Yeah.
You know, we all connect. Me, J. Rue, all of us are still good. So then Big was like, yo, C told you, he told me he's been stressing you. I was like, yeah, I finally heard it. I said, we got to get something in. Right. And then he goes, yo, this is what he said, Puff is interested in signing me. So this is how far back
Before
we go.
the deal.
Yeah,
You knew him before
this is 92.
that.
This is 92.
Okay.
And they said, Puff is interested in signing me. I said, dude, go with him. I said, Puff not only has money, he got a vision. I said, he gonna blow you up. He said, well, I don't know, man. You know, I want to keep it hood. I'm like, yo, he's the one to go with. Go with Puff.
Wow.
You know, and then boom, next thing you know, Puff started coming around. And actually, I tell people this. Puff was the first one.
I'm sorry. I want you to because Puff was the first. Remember your statement.
Yeah.
But so, what was the first record you actually worked on with Big?
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. Wow.
This is actually what trickled
Biggie
down.
Smalls is the
This is what trickled
That
down.
was a
into-
single. That was a single.
that trickled down into why I gave Jay-Z and them the price, a lower price for Reasonable Doubt, because when we did Unbelievable, the budget had run out for Big, and I told Big I don't have time to make a beat, and he goes, yo, I got $5,000. I was like, yeah, 5,000. You know, but we were already cool with each other.
Right.
But I felt weird telling him no, but I really didn't have the time, and I'm a person. Then Pete will tell you this. I make the beat on the spot.
On the spot.
And now that's something that people don't realize. I don't have like 20 beats and go, yo, pick one. Like take number 6 and number 4 and number
That's
7.
You make it for the
That's
person.
me.
That's
Yeah.
a real.
Yeah, you
I
cater
make
the
it
beat. You cater the beat.
That's
Awesome.
I
Like
got-
Gamble and Huff.
yeah,
They said that that's what they do. They
yeah, I do
they make
that
it
too.
to the artist.
Yeah.
So I didn't have nothing for Big. That was dope. You know, a lot of people are like, no, come on, man. I know you got something. It's like, I don't. I really don't. You come here, we can make it. Big goes, I don't care if you taking Pizza President and just some funny stab sounds. You know, he knew the slang.
Right.
Yeah, and you know what stabs is what we say in production in the production era. So he said, I don't care if it's just some stabs. I said, oh, word? So come on up tonight then. That's what happened. He comes up. I said, I'll take the 5,000. I said, but if you get a deal and you go platinum, I want $35,000 per track.
Wow.
We did the song
after him going platinum.
Yeah,
That's when the money was
we
good,
did the
too.
song.
Wow, your
Yeah.
back end negotiation is crazy.
In this 95,
Right.
This 95, he comes in, we do the song, it becomes the B-side of Juicy. So
It was like the street single for Juicy.
It was my first gold single, so I was like, wow.
Yeah.
As soon as he got the deal to up the money, I remember he goes, yo, I got the check for it. You said 35, right? He said, I got 2 of them. And he brought me the check, and Puffy gave me the check, and I was like, wow, he kept his word.
Oh, so this wasn't on paper? This was a word? It was like handshake shit?
Yeah.
Let's make some noise for Big.
Damn.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. You learning so much hip hop history, guys, right now.
And man, getting 30 grand back, 35 back then?
No, that's triple. That's 90,000.
So now let me ask you, because you, your reputation is like the most hip hopist of hip hoppers. Now, Janet Jackson, you work with Janet Jackson. You work with Christina.
Million. No, I'm Million. Sorry. Aguilera.
You work? Did you work with Britney Spears as well?
No, just
okay.
Christina.
So just
Which
so
that
now,
shit is crazy.
As a hip hop producer, you get this call. What is your first thing to say?
For Christina?
Yeah, like, cause you know
Well,
that's
Wasn't it her
always
dude
wanted
that
to know.
put her on
Yeah,
to?
her ex-husband Jordy had put her on some of my stuff, but she liked it.
Right.
So she called me and goes, yo, I just heard the Group Home album.
Oh shit.
Nah,
That's
let's
hell.
stop. Let's stop. Hold on.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Christina Aguilera called you and said she just heard Group Home
I
album.
met her at the Chateau Marmont down the hill on Sunset.
You kind
I
of
don't know
front
where
on us,
that
right?
is,
You front,
but that was
whatever. You
fly.
front on
It
us.
sounds fly as fuck. That's what my mom.
Chateau Marmont.
That might as well be in Germany because
That's fly as fuck.
The Chateau Marmont was with a lot of big wigs, lamp, and drink and
I definitely ain't getting enough money because I never even heard of
so
that.
it's right down the hill. It's right before Tower, like right after you pass Tower Records, or in the big Tower Records, right in that area. And it's got a big neon sign that Chateau Marmont with bushes, so you can't really see the spot. And she said, my Rolls Royce is outside. I saw the white Phantom.
Shit.
I said, she's here. We walk in, she's sitting there with Jordy. She goes, yo, I love Group Home. And I was like,
Wait, before you click that skip button, I want to invite you to a free live webinar on how
with Jordy. She goes, yo, I love Group Home. And I was like, wow.
that's random
Christina
though.
Aguilera.
For her to
Yes.
just
Okay.
pinpoint
Continue.
Group Home is
It's
crazy.
one of the grimiest albums I've ever done.
Yo, that's the sickest.
And she
It's
liked
crazy.
She liked
Really
all
the
she liked the jazz samples I used on some of the gangster records. So she liked jazz things. She liked work. She liked she liked work. She liked my Steves, even though that was soul. But the song she was naming were joints like, wow, if that attracted you to want to work with me, let's go in.
Right.
And then we ended up we were supposed to do one record, which was called Back in the Day. Next thing you know, she was like, yo, stay here a couple more weeks. And we just started banging out and turned it into 5 records. And then that was the first Grammy I ever got for a single, whereas, not for being on the album. I got a Grammy for D'Angelo, working on the album, and for Jay-Z on Hard Knock Life.
Right.
But to get one for the single singles out all the other songs on the album. It's like for that one song, you got a Grammy. So that was a big monumental part of my career.
It was dope.
That's
It was dope.
beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Make some noise for that, goddammit. Now, who was it that you said you'll work with them, but you want to see them write the rhyme in their face? It was somebody, I forget.
I'll work with them, but I want to see them write the rhyme.
Write the rhyme. I think it was like a Justin Bieber or...
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
He knows.
The Cypher, which I've been doing.
Oh, it was the Cypher, yeah, for BET.
We didn't know the Cypher for BET Hip Hop Awards was going to even get this big.
Right.
It was an idea.
It's his own thing now.
Shout to Jesse
Yeah.
Collins. And congratulations to Jesse Collins for doing real well with the New Edition story. That was his idea.
that was dope.
And it blew up. It did really
Dope.
well. Did big numbers. And Jesse's a good friend of mine. We argue and fight a lot over, no, it's wrong if you do it this way. No, it's right if you do it this way. We fight a lot, but he's such a good friend that we always find a compromise. When he brought up the idea of doing the Cypher, it was a one-time thing. It was Papoose, Styles P, Remy, who else was in it? Rhyme Fest, and then there was a second one. And those two, I couldn't make it because I was on tour, so I had DJ Scratch fill in for me. I just gave him the beat and said, let's keep it break beats only. Because something now it says elevated. People are like, yo, man, I need something to turn up to. It's like, no, this is the pure form of how we do it. We're keeping it break beats.
So are you a producer on that specific thing?
I pick the beat, I loop it. I'll do maybe 4. James Brown loop, a break beat from Ultimate Breaks and Beats, whatever. And I'll send those, and whatever one Jesse's like, yo, I like this one, we'll clear it. with whoever owns it, and then we'll send it to all the artists, and we tell them 16 bars and quit.
And that's
Everybody's got 90 bars, and it's like they never follow the rules. Then they get mad, like, yo, they edited my stuff. It's like, no, we told you 16 and quit.
Right.
And again, it was one time only. Second year comes around of the cipher, they're like, we want to do it again. Now they got 3 ciphers. Then that turned into 4 ciphers a year after that. Now it's starting to get ciphers where they're starting to put a lot of artists that I'm like, nah, they can't rhyme. Don't put them in there. And it's going into that stage of it where now it's like, well, they're popular. They're no more known than the skilled MCs. I'm like, yeah, but if you're taking away the skill, that causes problems with the authenticity, and that's where I have a problem because I wanted to stay authentic.
Right.
Yeah, but all the fans love them, and they're on TV, and they're on every video, and these other guys, nobody's paying attention to them. I'm like, well, you know what? They're gonna pay attention to them when they see how dope they spit these beats. So we always have that fight.
Right.
One year, they say, yo, what do you think of Justin Bieber spitting on a cypher? I said, I'm cool with it as long as he writes the rhyme, and if it's a dope rhyme, let's do it. Let's go. They said, what if somebody else writes it? I said, no, I ain't with it. That was it. It blew into it blew out of the water with rumors saying that I mentioned this person. No. It was just that simple. If he's gonna do it, let him spit. And so the next thing you know, it's like
let him write that shit.
Next thing you know, it turns into a whole campaign of showing him spitting verses on radio stations and all that. And I'm like, yo, I'll work with Justin Bieber as long as it's authentic. Let's rock. I don't care if it's Justin Bieber. I don't care if it's Mary Poppins. If it's authentic, let's rock. That's the only
But how important is that for you guys?
It's very important.
So I had no problem with that with Justin. I was like, yes. Let's do it.
But just you wanted him to write it in front of you.
Yeah, and they didn't say that he wasn't going to write it. They said, what if he doesn't? And I'm like, then no. Then all of a sudden, it shows on the blog, DJ Premier bans Justin Bieber. It's like, how can I ban nobody? Because if it was my ciphers, you're going to see Kane there, Mel there, Rakim there, DITC doing a whole cipher with AG and Diamond and OC and all of them. It's going to be people like that, you know?
Right.
You see when it's a Shady cipher, it was Eminem. You know, people with skills. Eminem, Royce, Joe Budden, Crooked Eye, skills.
Now, how important is that for you guys? You guys have the integrity. You guys are top of the line of producers. When we speak in real hip hop, you guys' name has to be brought up. Now, is it ever a time where you sit back and say, you know, I'm gonna do it for the money this time, or you say, I'm gonna always stay who I am?
Always stay who I am.
Stay who you are.
And I've been tempted. Like, damn, that much?
We all
good example. Limp Bizkit.
But you know, it's in our hearts to be passionate about loving what we do. And we do it for the love. So you know, it's just like that's who we are.
Staying authentic.
The
money comes, we say.
Limp Bizkit was a good example.
Tell us that.
Because when my manager kept pressing me to do it, Patrick Moxie at the time, I was like, nah, because I said Fred Durst can't rap in my eyes on the level of what people. I don't want my fans going, damn, Preem, you work with him, and I like Limp Bizkit for what they do. But if you're gonna get with me,
it's not what you do.
Your pen has to get a lot more ink. You know what I'm saying? and that's the bottom line. They go, well, Method Man is on the song. I said, oh, word? I said, then send me the rough. They sent me the rough, and that's what's on it. I was like, then okay, then I'll do it. And it was a big check, a huge check. One of the biggest checks I've ever gotten.
Wow.
So the good thing I liked about Fred Durst was he called me and said, I need to talk to Preem. And he was just becoming one of the new executives at Interscope with Jimmy Iovine. And he said, yo, man.
This is recently?
No, back when they were really popping and we were doing.
But he had respect for what you do.
And we had a dope conversation, and it was to the point he said, the best you can get out of me, I'll do it. He came to D&D. And
so he tried. He tried.
Yeah,
he tried.
By himself with nobody, no bodyguard, no nothing. And they were big at the time. This is their second album. And he was like, yo, get the best you can get out of me. I don't care if you don't like it, whatever, I'll do it. And that was the best I could get for what's on the song. But the fact he put the effort in, I like the fact he put in the effort and he knocked it out. Next thing you know, he said, yo, we're doing a video. Flew us out. We had a big video shoot. We had a good time. And it was just a really, really fun session, and me and Fred were cool after that.
Yo, before the thing is that you guys mentioned Dwick, and we didn't go back to Dwick.
Let's go back to Dwick.
Troy is one of the biggest hip hop
Troy
records
will
ever.
never be.
And Dwick
matched.
is one of the biggest hip hop records ever.
It is.
So we need to
you
hear.
can turn that record off, and they'll just.
We
sing
need
the
to
song.
hear the story of Dwick.
Dwick's the only reason why Dwick happened
Because that's all of our summer anthems, by the way.
Yeah.
Like we all. That's
Nicest Move did a song called "On the Ain't a Damn Thing Changed" called "Down the Line."
Right.
It was with a whole bunch of MCs, Bass Blaster, big up to him, a whole bunch of other MCs.
You said Bass Blaster.
Yeah.
Wait, before you click that skip button, I want to invite you to a free live webinar on how to
Big up to him, a whole bunch of other MCs.
You said Bass Blaster.
Yeah, from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Including shout to Ray Pouncey and then Guru was also on it. He said I want to loop the Manifest beat and do my own version because a lot of people don't know most of the Nicest Move hits. Greg Nice does all the beats. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've seen him do it. He's for all that stuff. Hip Hop Junkies. Every.
Hip Hop Junkie.
Oh
my God.
No, Punch Family.
My bad. Sorry, my bad. I got the record.
All that kicking wicked rhymes like a fortune teller. Had a dog known as Old Yeller. He did all that stuff, yeah. Greg Knight.
Fiendish plot.
Yeah, he did me for me to make it lot.
Yeah, we mad hip hop right now.
Yeah.
Let's make some good songs being hip hop. God damn it.
He did Funky For You. All that stuff. Dizzy Gillespie plays a sax. I know he doesn't play a sax. I remember Brad for myself saying, he don't play no fucking sax. But it worked. Me and myself, I love to max. You know? He did all those beats. So Greg Nice is a dope beat maker.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's why. I mean, I used to have conversations with him.
he took the Manifest instrumental, made a beat, and all we were doing was, because we used to hang tough. It was Nicest Move Gangstar, riding a D train. We go to the Castle, which was grimy in the Bronx, and this was when they had to shoot out with Slick Rick, all that stuff.
Right.
Like we were around all that stuff. Boom. Next thing you know, we said, well, let's return the favor and do a record for us. So that's all it was. Just y'all do one for us, we're gonna do one for you.
Right. A little
Now
swap.
we're doing one on there. That's why it was a B-side and it wasn't on the album. I remember people like, oh yeah, y'all left it off the album. It's like, nah, the album was already done. We're just doing it for fun.
Right.
We wasn't doing it like,
And that became a such a
and we
huge.
didn't know it was
fucking
gonna be
up
a
my
huge
childhood
hit.
right now,
We didn't know it was gonna be a
boom,
huge hit.
boom,
We're just doing it in return.
I didn't know it was just for fun.
I remember
You'd be surprised how records happen.
Yeah,
I know.
Shout to Dub C. He was there.
Aren't you related to somebody on the West like that?
No, we're just
No?
good friends. We're just good friends.
But you did an album with MC8 recently.
Yeah, that's coming out on MCA.
All right, not to sidetrack you. Let's go back to
shout to MC, but shout to MCA from
Yeah.
Compton's Most Wanted. I mean, he did two of the
Yeah.
illest theme records for Boys in the Hood. He did Growing Up in the
Yeah,
Hood.
no, MCA.
And he did
He's
Straight
on
Up
my
Menace
album,
for
everybody,
Menace to
another time.
Society. We have an album.
We get Preem
We have an
one
album.
hit?
We have
We get Preem
one hit.
one
We
hit.
have Which Way Is
One hit.
West.
On camera,
Which is
goddamn.
coming soon, and also the NYG's album.
Yo, Bad Meets Evil.
Yeah. You see, I haven't it yet.
He produced the evil.
And we're one of the connoisseurs of weed, so you know,
Yeah.
people know. And then shout to Tory Wolf, and also shout to Miguel, who we have a single out right now called "To Loving You." Now, what happened was, where were we?
Dwick.
Dwick. So Dub C was there.
Wow,
and
that's ill.
And Don Barron from the Masters of Ceremony.
Oh,
Yo.
say word.
Yeah, because he was good friends with Greg Nice.
Question though.
Yeah.
How did the horny version happen to Dwick?
I was just doing that, just bugging out. And
Is it the horny version?
Yeah, the
there's a-
horny
there's a
version.
It's a horny
Producer
version
shit.
of the.
But the vocal version had a glitch. And you remember when you go to DAT,
Yeah.
the DAT will go,
Yeah.
we couldn't get the glitch out. So when we bounced it to
We
DAT,
stay quiet, let them talk.
We bounced it to DAT, and it had you remember how DAT used to glitch? Yes. And they go, we couldn't, I was like, we can't put it out like
So
that.
what you do? Slow it down.
That's why I just put the instrumental on there, on the B side of the 12 inch.
Damn. Wow. That was
Is
perfect.
that Primo? Come on.
But when did y'all know you had something with Dwick? Like, I mean, immediately, when that shit came out.
When we finished it, it was crazy because, like I said, Dub C is from the West Coast, wearing Scully's all in the heat of it.
West Side Connection and
house
Cripped
shoes.
Out.
And West Side,
Cripped Out.
Cripped Out.
And khakis. And Pendleton's all hot, and I'm just like, yo, you ain't hot and all that stuff. He's like, cuz, this is how it is in the West Coast.
Right.
And that's how I learned about the West Coast. And this is 1989. Master Ace had just joined our Empire.
And Master Ace was heavy doing the car show stuff on the West.
I knew Suge Knight already back then.
Right.
This is 89. Suge
He
Knight
was Bobby Brown.
Suge Knight was,
Bobby Brown.
he was
He was
working
hanging
with
Vanilla
DLC.
Ice over the
And he-
balcony.
Oh, yeah,
with
DLC,
DLC.
manager, DLC
Yeah.
manager.
So I was there with JJ Fad, the NWA, all that stuff. Me and Eazy-E came to the first Gangstar release party in 1989.
He was in the Down with the
Did you
King
post a
video.
picture or something?
Yeah, I posted
that's
a picture.
right.
Yeah,
Down
yeah,
with
yeah.
the
He was in
king.
Down with the King.
Yeah, so rest in peace to Easy.
Love
So,
Down with the King.
So we met them back in '89. So
Killed it. You
you
killed
know,
it.
but
Yes,
for
sir.
Dub C to be there back then, that shows you we go to. And rest in peace to his brother who passed on January 9th.
bless.
Ice Cube's DJ, Crazy Tunes. That's
Yeah, that
Dub
was-
C's
Oh,
brother.
yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest
Yeah,
in peace,
man.
Crazy
yeah,
Tunes.
we sent them off right. We had an incredible homegoing service in
Mad
LA.
people showed up. I
It
saw
was a
y'all
family
pictures, man.
reunion,
Yeah.
man. Seeing all these West Coast artists from King T, and then seeing, Chuck D and LL there, and everybody, and just every artist.
The
that you
hip
don't-
hop family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was so packed, and they just did it right. You know what I'm saying? Playing dope music in the church, playing Flashlight, and doing a whole collage of all the people he's been around on a video screen.
Wow.
And then even when it did the Everybody's Got a Little Light, all of a sudden it shows Tunes throwing up the W, looking up to the sky with clouds
That's
and
crazy.
wings and all that stuff, and I was like, yo, man.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you see Norris trying to get
Yeah, I
me.
see.
He would be smoking on camera.
The devil
One
emoji.
hit, one hit. That's
He's
it.
like, yeah,
This
that
one
was
hit,
it.
this
That
one
was it. Yeah,
We got-
see, when you hit 50, you're very smart about how you do things on TV.
I got you.
Nah, it's okay. Listen, we are with two of the best producers of all time.
The best, in my
The
opinion.
best.
Yeah.
And I'm going to celebrate you guys like.
Hey, man, we're
I'm going to
celebrating you as
continue.
well.
I can't believe, like, I continue. I got to come back and look at
Absolutely.
this plaque.
Absolutely.
Because it's 25 million.
great
But you know what the
accomplishment.
crazy shit is?
What's that?
Is this guy is a vinyl guy. He's a real hip hop person. I am a hip hop person. So for us to come together and want to commemorate hip hop,
Yeah.
just salute hip hop.
Yes.
And for it to get 25 million
Well, shout out to
listens.
Revolt, man,
Yeah,
for
man.
picking it
Shout
up.
out to Revolt.
Yes,
Yeah,
lady.
man.
Big up CBS.
CBS.
CBS was first. Revolt.
But CBS was first.
But Revolt's been
was
fucking
up
with
there.
us, and Revolt's
And
all-
Revolt.
and the Coming Home
And
series
Coming
as well.
Home, we got this
I got
premiere coming
Home
in LA.
Vietnam, March
But
23rd.
it's crazy
March
because
23rd.
I've been
Oh, I thought, but when you go to LA, you got a premiere. Let's pick up your premiere.
No, I'm doing a screening.
Screening.
At the LA Film School,
Tell them.
March 9th.
March 9th,
But March 23rd on Revolt airs is the premiere of Coming Home Vietnam. I'm going to different countries and exploring hip hop
Let's
in
big
different
that up.
countries. Yeah.
Let's big that up.
The dope thing is, I've been watching Drink Champs for a minute.
Come on,
and-
take this light.
Since it
You
started,
don't
actually.
you don't feel like
There
you're
you go.
lighting it up. All right, cool.
I've been checking out Drink Champs for a minute, and it's just ill how the two of y'all are from really
Totally different.
directions.
Right, right.
I've known Nori from the streets. Like
Right.
he's been street for so long.
Right,
Too long.
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
I've seen him elevate from the street level of rhyming to the sharper version of writing rhymes.
Right.
Even when you and Bumpy had your drama, and then we ended up doing a record together. And
Me and Bumpy together.
Yeah, and even when that happened,
Right.
it wasn't even a diss. He was just like, "Yo, I'm a fan of Nori.
Yeah, he did
I
tell me
want
that.
him to elevate his rhymes because I'm
Right.
a fan."
Yep,
and,
he told me
and
that.
where everybody knows Bumpy, Freddie Fox as being
Freddie
more of a
Fox,
that's my
bullet,
nigga.
where he is more into. There's certain people he's attracted to for what they represent, and he
Right.
loves Nori
Right.
and more than as an MC, as a
Right.
person.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
a big
Yeah.
fan of you as a person.
I big him up. I big him up because he pushed me. He told me from the beginning, like if he had mentioned my name on the record, he told me like, nah, I don't want you to say what, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100%. When I recorded Super Thug, right? That's how I used to count bars.
Really?
I used to say what.
Wow.
Yeah, he said it's crazy.
What? Two. What? Three. Because I'm from the resource room.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
I'm a special education child.
Now you can pass it. Now
So
you can pass it.
I told Pharrell, I said, they're gonna laugh at me.
Wow.
He said, that's the hook. But he was a genius too.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Pharrell-
a genius
Pharrell
too
got it.
because all
Pharrell
he
get
did
it.
was take out the ones.
Yeah.
Like when I said, what,
So he just muted
one.
it?
All he did was mute it.
Wow.
And then, so that, I gotta give it to Pharrell. Yeah, he muted that. So now when you listen to it, you hear and you say, what?
Look how big
I'm gonna say that
to this
from now
day.
on.
But yeah.
To this day, you don't even gotta go to the verse.
Yeah.
That tears the club up.
Yeah.
Word is the most important part.
And what I was trying to say was,
Wow, man.
when I did it, I felt what Bumpy felt. That's why I never took it personal because I told Pharrell, I said, Pharrell,
That's how
all
you
we
count
need is a hook.
bars.
I said, all we need is a, because I'm from the resource room. So, I'm sorry.
I used to
said,
count
all we need is a
different.
hook. And he said, relax. He didn't say relax, but in my mind.
He said, Pharrell was
So
cocky back then.
Pharrell
He was
said,
cocky back then.
and I will never forget it. We were in Right Track recording studios.
Right
His
Track.
chain was choking him. He had a tight chain on. I told him,
A choker?
I said, I was like, you gotta release. Because it was just so tight on this nigga. I love him though. I love him. He knows I love him.
That's for real, man. That's
Yo,
for real.
Pharrell, I
That's
don't got no fucking Pharrell.
What up, for real?
I don't got no
For
fucking
real. That's
Pharrell
what I
kicks.
call- I
I'm
call
fucking
him for
very
real.
upset. But I love you, Pharrell. And me and Mr. Lee D kicks. But, so I remember, I go upstairs. I went upstairs. You remember Right Track? You remember Right
Yeah,
Track?
of course.
Yes.
So I went upstairs and I said, all we need is the hook and we good. And he said, we got the hook already. And I looked at him, I was like, because I had previously did that on every other record before that.
Wow.
We got mad. What
No
records?
producers.
But yo, the first time I ever heard you do TONY and just the whole wah, it's like that's your stamp.
That's your
Yeah,
shit.
like
but-
no one else owns that. You're an owner.
But
Yeah.
that's the reason
Yeah,
why
if
I
anybody
gotta
else
give it.
does it, it's
I
not
gotta
right.
give it to
They bite you.
Pharrell
Right.
because he was the nigga. Like I did that as bar because remember back then you gotta remember back then we couldn't punch in.
Yeah,
So
they go
I
all the way
recorded
through.
the
No Pro
whole
Tools.
record in one take. The whole
And it was
shit.
whack to punch in.
Wait, before you click that skip button,
Take the whole
And it was
shit.
whack to punch in even if you
Yeah,
did
it
back
was
then.
whack
It
to
was
punch in.
No
Pro Tools.
punching in.
Yo, we mad old. Let's make some noise. Let's be mad old.
We know that we proud.
But listen,
I'll be 51 March 21st.
Oh,
damn
make
it.
some noise.
And you
Make
look
some
at
noise.
21, goddamn it, bro. So I did this shit. That's how I always recorded my records was all the way through. Because remember, we had the 8-inch rails back then.
2-inch wheel.
Yeah, 2-inch rail. My bad. I apologize. Relax. I gotta
We want
relax.
to keep
I
it
gotta
authentic.
Whatever you think it was, it was.
Yeah. So I was trained to just lay everything all together.
Yeah.
So I came out, and then he had the girl come in, and the girl was saying, she
Which
was
is not
saying,
Kellis, because everybody thought it was Kellis.
Everybody think it's Khalees. It's not Khalees on
That's
what
not
what.
Khalees?
That's
Everybody
not
thought it
Khalees.
was Khalees. It's
I
not.
did
No,
too.
it's not Khalees.
I thought it was.
I
She's
forget
not
this.
on what?
No.
She was around during that time.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, but everybody thought
Who is
that.
it?
I'm so sorry that I forget
Damn,
this
dog, how you
woman
not gonna
lady.
remember her?
It's Tammy. It's definitely a Tammy.
Sounds
Go
like you
ahead,
made
go
up that
ahead,
name.
go ahead.
Sounds like you made up that name.
Hands is on point. Hands is on point.
That was an era.
Something like that, right?
That was an era
something
of
like that.
time.
Yeah,
That
Tammy
was an
Lou.
era of time that we were all cool, Khalees.
But look,
And so,
Breen.
you
So
know,
I come back
I
out
thought
and
that
I
was
say,
her.
yo, Pharrell, all we need is a hook and we done. And he said, we got the hook. And I said, where is it at? And then he played it. What? I was like, they're gonna laugh at me.
No one
So when
laughed.
Freddie Fox came at me, he was like, I don't want to hear the what.
But
But he
you
didn't
right
know
to right
that
to
wasn't
fuck around and give it
me.
up.
It literally wasn't me, so I was
Right.
literally mad. Mona, what's going on? Big up to Mona.
What up,
God
Mona?
damn near the owner of Drink Champs, goddamn it.
Oh, the owner? Oh,
Damn
yeah,
near.
the owner.
In my
Yeah.
mind, goddamn it. But
Shout out to damn near the owner.
damn near. So now listen. you guys see hip hop. You worked with Guru.
Rest in peace,
brother,
Guru, man.
rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
You worked with CL Smooth.
Heavy
Now,
D.
Heavy D. Rest in peace, Heavy D.
I'm going there. So now, what makes y'all say, I'm going to work with people outside of... Because
Hip-hop?
the thing about hip-hop back then was one producer did the whole album.
Yeah.
I'm working on going back to that.
Yeah.
One producer did the whole album. Now, you got Illmatic, where it's Pete Rock, Premier, Q-Tip, Large Professor, LES. Then you go into at the
Big. Easy Mo Big.
Easy Mo Big,
Lord
Went
Finesse.
with Pac as well.
Lord Finesse, yeah. Lord
LP,
Finesse. Yeah, Lord Finesse.
Lord Finesse. So, what makes y'all say I'm gonna work with people outside of my group?
Because we're just not in a hip hop box. We're in a music box, and the music box has all styles that we appreciate based on the cloth we're cut from of pioneers that opened the door.
And what we
Earth,
love
Wind and
doing.
Fire, James Brown,
Yep.
Bootsy, the whole Parliament Funkadelic
Bootsy Collins,
movement. Yeah, just any of that from Parlet. Brides of Funkenstein, anything
Yep.
Bootsy, anything
Yep.
Parliament, anything
Yep.
George Clinton.
Anything.
That's an era after James Brown that's so funky.
funk,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, like that. That's a funk. That you know, funk. Like he says, funk not only moves, it can remove. We come from that. You know, so Aretha Franklin, Natalie Cole, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Curtis Mayfield, all that stuff, the Mac, all that stuff. That's my childhood. I don't know nothing about no hip hop to hippie. I'm on that. I'm seeing my mom playing Back to the World.
And all of Diana Ross.
Yeah, Diana Ross, anything Motown, Tamla, Gordy, Soul Records, any of that stuff.
I'm good.
My mom.
I'm gonna try to get you hit it one more time. This drink champs, goddammit.
I'm on camera.
Devil emoji.
That's not smoke
Devil
champs.
emoji.
He want to make it smoke champs.
Nah, he Rastafarian. He Rastafarian. His Rastafarian roots. His Rastafarian roots is saying wagwan.
But my childhood is platform shoes. Afros is big. Afro Sheen commercials with Johnson products. Good Times, the Jeffersons, All in the Family. You know, the Monsters. That's my
The
mama.
monsters.
That's
Damn,
y'all remember? That's my mama.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna throw something in the air.
What's happening? That's my era.
Que pasa USA is
all
my
the
era,
lock
too.
and stuff, all that. You know, all that. Yeah, roller skating.
Rerun.
That's what I know. This is no rapping and scratching yet.
What is Pete Rock's favorite studio session?
My
Out of
favorite,
all these years,
my favorite studio session that I've ever had would probably had to been with Run DMC.
Wow. It had to
Down
be.
with the king!
Oh, shit.
Down with the king!
Oh, down with the light.
Oh,
That's how powerful that shit was. That's how powerful that shit was. God damn it! The lights getting down. God damn it.
That's an invalid target.
I strive for quality.
Arieluma, friend. Come back anytime. Your target does not exist. Your target cannot be found. You can't see your target. That's the wrong target. Move closer to your target. An incorrect target is selected.
Not miss sound
Send my
check.
DJ.
Absolutely. They producers.
I don't want
The
to
sound gotta be right.
Because a lot of festivals, you gotta just plug in, do a
Right.
line check.
Right.
I'm like, yo, it's gotta bang because I'm gonna deliver what you paid to get.
Right.
What you paid for, you're gonna pay to get me again.
And you want your beat to be heard right.
So you don't never send like your assistant or nobody. You guys.
Keo
both-
said we'll check it again before we start tonight.
Wow.
But other than that, nah.
Yeah,
I gotta be there.
side men.
I want to even see what the
room.
room looks like, so I already have a picture of what I'm stepping into when the crowd is here.
Right.
But you gotta let a man do what he gotta do.
Yeah.
If he wanna do it, he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete. Sometimes Pete will be like,
No, I see you zone out.
Let me do it.
I see if Primo didn't yell, he was like, yo, he said you would have just stayed there.
I would. I would have been DJ.
No, he was in. He was spinning the rest of the night.
You know what that is? That's just the love of hip hop.
He was about to open up for himself.
He would have. Yeah, he wouldn't. Dude, he would have done another hour and we'd be like, yo, Pete, come on. And it's not even a bad thing. It's like, yo, Pete, come on. We've been on the road where I'll get mad and not in a bad way. It's like, Pete, we gotta go. Yo, I'm at the record store.
He forgot we were
Dude,
here.
we were in Tokyo one time and we're about to miss our plane. And he goes, I gotta get this record. We're like, yo, I'm not missing my plane for you, especially on the day you're finally going home.
Right.
And, you know, the day you're going home, you're just so ready to go back home.
Yeah.
And we've been out for like a week in another country. And he's like, yo, I gotta get this record. I'm like, dog, if we do not make this plane because of you, we're gonna. And that's actually how the whole P-Rock versus Premier thing started. Because of that day. Yeah. We got on the bus and said, you know what, man, we need to make an album where we can get our attention out and make an album, going at each other, making ill.
Wait, so y'all doing an album?
We're going to do an album called PVP, Pete versus Premier.
God damn it.
The hats are
I didn't know
available.
that.
That's the record? That record? Are we doing that?
Listen, you can buy the hats
I'm
right
doing
now.
that. Send me that record.
PremierWasHere.com.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I have a website that carries the hats.
So now, say the website. Wait, say the website again.
PremierWasHere.com.
And PRock.com too.
Yep, and just go to the shop section.
Ooh, I didn't mix that at all.
It has all
That
official.
was not good.
It has all official Gangstar products, all official Guru products, all official Premier products, and me and Pete share the hats. And we have green, red, blue, black, gray and black. We have two tones.
So what happened when y'all
Black and
saw
white.
this battle? Individually.
in Japan,
Because
with Japan.
That's where it started. That's where it really.
No, I'm talking about when y'all saw the Just Blaze and Swiss
Swiss
battle.
battle.
Because everybody's acting like everybody was
you know
acting
what?
like that was the first battle.
No, not
because,
side of
you know
it.
what?
And
Because we've been doing it so much.
Right, y'all
That
been
it
doing.
was more like, all right, cool. And this ain't their first battle together. They've done it before.
No, not with us.
they never
No, this
did
is their first one.
Yeah.
Well,
It
first
started on
started
Drink
from
Champs.
No, the other one was the Kanye. The other one-
Yeah, Summer Jam.
It started in Drink Champs because
But it started on Drink Champs.
Yeah, the other one was
Yeah.
Kanye.
That's
That's
different
Kanye.
from ours, though.
Right.
Yeah, it's
No,
different.
y'all's is like
Yeah, the
migrating the
real-
culture. But
And the next
what
day
is-
they started posting that me and you need to do it. I'm like, we've been doing it already.
yeah, you've been doing
And
it.
it's like, y'all missed the
They
fucking
need to go
ride.
on YouTube.
No, I'm a hip hop historian. I know.
Yeah.
But what did you? What was your first thing when you heard that they battled and it
Well,
got?
Swiss, I have the phone.
Go ahead.
Where's my phone at? I'll
Swiss
show
text
you.
you to come.
Yes.
He did.
Yo, Key.
We believe you, Primo.
Well,
Actually, while we waiting, I forgot. We got gifts. We
gift
got
bags.
gifts. We got gifts for
Nice.
y'all, man. Drink Champ
like
shirts.
Big up to 8 and 9 clothing
Shout out
too.
to 8 and 9.
I remember when you did the remix to.
there he goes again.
Y'all hold
Primo
it.
remember
So
everything.
who's losing now?
It was me? Goddamn, I don't know. Give it to me. All right. I'm in.
But it's from the perspective of what we think is hot.
Right.
And I remember when you did the remix to those keep calling, I ain't picking up. Those keep, and you did it with what's his name, City Boy D.
Yep.
Look at
Yeah,
Primo.
he knows.
This nigga
He
got a
knows.
hell of a
Yes.
brain. Hit
You
that.
did a version. You did a
Hit
version.
that, Primo. Come
You did a
on.
version.
You gotta stop. That's what I'm talking about.
Devil emoji. Devil emoji. This guy's a devil.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pass it to me now.
Yes.
Since I see him do it, it's my turn.
I played.
That's San Diego.
I played your version more than Fab's, but shout to Fab.
Big up Fab.
Because Fab is a dope lyricist that knows how to do club records, radio records, and still have a really clever way of writing his rhymes.
Right.
Love Fab, and I'm a big fan of his, but
Me too.
your version fit more the format of what I represent.
Goddamn it,
which is
big me
the
up,
most
goddamn it.
grimiest, muddiest, dirtiest, like you said, no clean shoes, no high
Yeah,
heels.
I don't like that.
Your version was the
Yes.
one I played.
Yes.
So we're on every Friday night from 10 p.m. to midnight on Sirius XM
Headquarters.
Satellite Radio,
Yep.
Channel 44, Hip Hop Nation.
Yep.
And what I represent is the era of the 80s with Molly Mall, Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, Awesome too.
Magic Mike.
Shout out to Mike. Just in the 2000 era or whatever year we're in,
Right.
I still keep it to that. And there's so many artists that have hot stuff out that will never get played anywhere else. So I'm like, I'll play it, send it to me. If I like it and it's on that level, it's gonna get broken. And that way, not only do you trust me, you also start to focus on, you know what, if he's playing it, it's got to be real.
Right.
Yep.
And that's really what it is. So
believe so,
all of
sir.
that, what's that?
But
Authenticity.
now, the Just Blaze Swiss Beats battle.
So,
it happens, right?
I'm on my way
and
to
then
the
they're
show.
saying
I'm on
they're
my way to
acting
the
like
show.
this is the first.
I'm on my way to the
battle.
show, and Swiss is texting me saying, yo, I'd like you to come check this out. But my show's on from 10 to midnight. It's starting at 10 o'clock.
Right.
He's like, yo, man, I really like to do it. Now, I would have gone, definitely. I definitely would have gone, but I'm not abandoning my show because, again, it's live. It's not if it's pre-recorded, cool.
Right.
Live is a whole different animal. Live is when we're not scripted, nothing. We just roll.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when it comes to how we do it, everything just flows from minute to minute, second to second, beat to beat, voice to voice, on just the realness of hip hop from my perspective. So when it came to Swiss Beats and Just Blaze doing the show, as soon as I got off the air, I checked my Instagram and saw they were live. I went to Swiss Beats, I clicked on it. I went to see my man DJ Rectangle, who's one of the dopest battle DJs
hell
ever.
He'll make the scratch vinyl joints. Yeah.
I go to his show to watch him do a party gig, and I'm in there with my phone going.
Yeah, I was
2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's still on?
Man.
From 10 o'clock
Yeah,
to 2?
from 10 to
And
2.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Looking at him a little bit.
Q-Tip called
Then
me.
they switch it over. Now Just got the beat.
Yeah, that was so hip.
I'm doing this.
That was so hip.
Q-Tip called you?
Q-Tip called me and said, yo, tune in at 10 o'clock.
And the
Just
guy's
Blaze
going,
Swiss
yo, what are
Beats.
you
They
doing?
about
What
to
are you
battle.
doing? I said, yo, Just Blaze and them still battling. It's almost 2 in the morning.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there doing this
Yep.
in a corner in the club where it looks like I'm like a sore thumb, but I'm like, nah, I'm watching this and checking it out because I want to see what they're doing to battle. Because they started pulling out beats that no
Oh,
one's
they
heard.
went in. They went in.
So that's why I'm like, man, they
So,
can go
Primo,
for-
you still a fan of the culture like that?
I will remain.
Yeah, bro.
Because you know why? I guess being from Texas, I wanted it to be accepted by New York because at the time I came, if New York didn't accept you, it didn't matter where you were from.
In that
You
time,
needed
yeah.
that acceptance. I got that acceptance from the greats.
Yes.
I wanted EPMD to love me. I wanted Big Daddy Kane to love
Yep.
me. Rock Kim,
Yep.
KRS-One.
Yep.
I wanted Grandmaster Flash, Marley
All
Marl.
these motherfuckers better be on there. Can't
And you
name
got
these
that
names.
and more.
They better be on
dog.
stage.
And more,
Grand Wizard
dog.
Theodore.
Same as me.
Jazzy J.
You became them.
Jazzy Jeff, Cash Money, DJ Scratch, and I just want Howie T.
Give me the blunt. You ain't smoking.
Yeah, you saw me
watched
smoke
it.
though.
I did earlier.
No, let's just say he's
you
not
gave up.
smoking.
Earlier was 5
Evil
minutes ago. That's
emoji.
not early. That's not too early. That was recent.
It was, it was
Yeah, that was
definitely 5
recent.
minutes ago. I'm sorry.
This guy.
Continue, continue.
I told you, 50 years old, your mind stays sharp.
Yeah, you sharp. You
Your
sharp.
mind
as a
stays sharp.
motherfucker.
That's a
Continue.
Believe
good
me.
week because it got me
There's
licking my
not a
lips.
drug.
the whole
That,
day.
You gotta lick your lips. Yeah.
this is when you know you're on point.
Yeah.
Never has any drug that I've ever used defeated me. And now,
Very important.
at 50, I'm on my level.
Yeah.
You gotta take a Molly though.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
take a Molly.
Nah,
Even
don't
if
listen to
it's-
this guy. Don't listen to
That was
this guy.
junior
man.
high.
Yo, stop it, buddy.
Dude, that was junior high, ninth grade.
Not
Oh, you hit a
one.
Molly
That
before?
was, that was, dude, that was 81.
What's next? Heroin?
That was 80.
Interior?
No. That was 81 when they was called Black Molly, and that was the only.
Oh my God. There's a black
available.
Molly? What the fuck?
Wait,
Cut it in half.
put us on. What is this?
Put us on. He wants the black Molly.
I would like a black Molly. I would take a
1981.
black Molly.
Like I
man.
said, all that stuff now is just all.
He's like, that's not
all
the
that stuff is
business.
mumble jumble stuff now. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said,
Wait, before you click that skip button, I want to invite you to a free on how to build a
mumble jumble stuff now. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, these are my high school days.
Right.
So my high school days, I graduated in high school in '84.
Okay.
So imagine our era of getting lifted.
And you looking good, and we're gonna respect
Well,
you.
I just started training again.
No,
Shout out
you
to
looking
Vic
good.
Black. I'm getting my, you know, I love food, man. I love ice cream. I love Hershey's chocolate syrup.
Shout out to all of that.
This is the first time ice cream got shouted out on the podcast. But that's hard.
And that's real. Shout out to Hershey's.
When you go to a Baskin
Nigga shouted
Robbins,
out ice cream.
listen,
I
if
respect
you go to
it.
Baskin Robbins and get 3 scoops in a cup, it ain't official till you take the Hershey syrup and gouge it until you can't see it.
Shout out to the Hershey syrup.
When you make a wooler, you don't want to see no green, but you know the green is in the blunt. That's how you do it.
Let's go, Primo.
That's the level that we come.
I
We just
would
went
never
from
think-
ice
So
cream
now-
to drugs.
You know,
Yeah,
rulers are dirty.
So
right? You know that, yeah.
from
I don't want no dirties. I just say no
that's
drugs.
really-
so to make it to
the
this
only
far,
thing I listen to
so
Nancy
make it to
Reagan.
this far from all the
Tell
people
him,
that
Preem.
we've lost.
Tell him, Preem.
That we've lost to all different things, from being shot, being the bad diseases, eating bad health, all that stuff. It let me know I'm here for a reason. Love your life and fix your life to be able to have a longer life. My parents are 88.
Let's make some noise for that.
My parents are 88. My mom's 88. My dad's 88. They got issues, but they still kicking. My father makes all the food. He's like, get away from stay out of my kitchen. Let me get out of my way. I want to be 88 doing that.
But I guarantee they never did the Black Molly.
You don't know that. Just put it this way. He won't admit it. He won't admit it. He won't admit it.
Where's the black molly? I'm in.
When I was in high school,
You had black mollies?
yes.
Black molly?
10th grade, I was 16.
Got for me talking about black mollies. This is hard. Good,
When I was 16,
It's totally dream
listen, when
chasers.
I was 16, there was only one ecstasy. Only one.
It was
You
white?
know,
Wait. What
No.
year is
Pink.
this?
1982.
Was it pink?
82. There was already ecstasy.
82, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
82 they had
How old
ecstasy?
are you?
I'm 41.
Oh, damn.
Wait, they had ecstasy in 82?
What the fuck?
Ecstasy?
I'm Whitebeard gang, but chill out, guys.
Everybody fool over here, bro.
Yo, why is that a surprise? Yo, dude,
I didn't know.
it was only one ecstasy. It was the color of this wood right here.
This wood.
Yeah.
And it was
only
ecstasy.
one.
It was
Yeah.
called ecstasy.
Yes.
But damn, that shit wasn't popping until the
Damn, I
90s.
didn't know that.
Oh, you weren't around during that time. No diss.
No, I was sucking my thumb.
You said you're 41. So I'm 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
So
Gotta relax. That's what you
That's
say.
it.
Telling you to relax.
again, 81. I graduated high school in 84. So
I
that
graduated
in 81?
93. I graduated in 93.
Listen. There was
93.
one style of ecstasy, one style of Molly. That was it. There wasn't all 20 and
Damn, there was all those
there
pills
wasn't
already?
Billy Bear and cherry juice and all these funny names.
And you smoke cocaine
Cadillac
as well.
Jim.
Smoking cocaine was more of a
Smoking cocaine?
Well, it's called a coolie.
It's called crack.
A wooly.
No, a wooler is crack and weed.
Also, a coolie.
Coolie is coke and a cigarette.
And
I
that
don't care
was
how you
hard.
smoke
Oh,
cocaine, it's
yeah.
crack.
Damn.
Yeah.
FYI, it's crack.
Yeah.
I was
So-
born in 77.
It's all good. 77, the blackout. I was there.
You was there.
I was visiting my
I
grandfather.
do remember the blackout.
I
was at
wasn't
your
living
birth
in New
in
York
my
yet, but I was there staying with my grandfather.
My wife
guys,
gotta relax.
Turn off your ringer, buddy.
Yeah, my wife gotta
But
relax.
yeah, during those days, it was only one of each type. That's why when I see what's going on now, it's like, damn, man, these people are so lost because there's all kinds of weird shit floating out. I don't want to be around none of that. You know, we're around the pure, and again, that's kind of like the hippie 70s,
Right.
hallucinogens. And,
It was a time,
and all
yeah.
that.
But those beats you was making,
The barbiturate, what do they call it?
you can't
Barbiturates?
Yeah.
give the drugs
Right,
a little
right.
bit of props.
Give the
we
drugs
did
a
that. We did that at the beginning of the interview.
Yo, you're the only guy that gets drugs. Make some
feel
noise for
like-
drugs.
I just feel like you gotta make
No,
noise
no,
for
no,
drugs.
I'm not making noise for drugs.
No drugs.
Sorry, not making
Say
no
no
noise
to
for
drugs.
drugs.
Say no to drugs. Say no to drugs. But again, I'm glad that
It's
I
bad
made
enough
it.
we drink.
I'm glad that I understand the concept of that era because understanding it and understanding where your cutoff point is,
Thanks for watching.
you don't need no rehab.